Hello.
Hello.
Back
We are
again.
back.
Yeah.
I am back.
Yeah.
Came home today.
Yeah.
It's morning and I'm very tired now.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
Because I got my sleeping pills back.
Yeah.
Oh well. Do you remember what we did last time?
Yeah.
Care to explain?
No.
Well, excuse me, princess!
Let's see. Well, we got a bad end.
Yeah, we did indeed.
We made it to the Shibuya Scramble again.
Yeah,
Back to where it all began.
yeah. Full circle.
Yeah.
Again.
Where some kind of explosion happens and everything goes bad.
Pearls, no! Pearls, don't quit the game! Basically, the virus just gets sent into the air. And everyone gets infected, and we're fucked. That's what happens.
Also, Stanley joins the fight.
Yeah, I mean, you have the possibility. You haven't actually done it yet. But yes, he does indeed join the fight.
Yeah.
One of the many reasons why I didn't want you to look at the timeline on my computer when I
Sure
was
thing.
looking for photos.
So, I guess we go unlock Stanley.
Yeah, I think you also still have Archie.
It's just gonna lead to the same bad end.
Yeah, that's true. Compared to if you want to get all the bad ends.
No, don't care.
I already did that.
I think I'm already moving.
Alright then. Stanley! Where are you at, Stanley? Did Stanley not come to the Scramble because he knew this was going to happen? I'm sure he had his reasons. Can't do it!
I need to find another one.
I'm saying, I think you have to do Archie first. Turn mine down a little bit here.
Is it loud?
Yeah. A bit loud. I can't hear myself.
Huh.
Which means I'm just gonna talk louder, which is not what we want.
Nope.
Hello, Archie!
Was this the guy, Alfred?
What the fuck was that?
I don't know, I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Just felt like it.
Okay.
Was this the guy, Alfred? The man arrived in front of Hisumi and began speaking to her. Hisumi, Maria, even Achi's father. This must be the guy who was responsible for everything.
That's Professor!
Achi felt a pressing urge to flatten him right then and there.
I say go for it.
Still, he knew he couldn't blow his cover until Kano gave the signal. Suppressing his raw emotions, he readied himself for action.
So what are you gonna do?
Fuck him! He hurt me and I'll hurt him back!
Bitch!
That bill is gonna come due! Why hasn't it happened yet? Why hasn't Kano given the signal?
Gun!
Free! Suddenly Kano rushed forward with his gun drawn. Ignoring the pain in his leg, Achi dashed for Hisumi as fast as he could. He cut in between Kano and Alfred, quickly, pulling Hisumi out of it. Hisumi! Kano shouted. Call Kanan again! Shielded by Archie now, she brought up her cell phone and dialed. Some time passed, and there was no answer. Had there been some kind of trouble? Looking increasingly worried, Izumi tried calling several more times.
But I want to go under there, under the table.
Alfred withdrew some strange vials from the attaché case he brought. Kano's face wavered with alarm.
Oh no.
This had to be the terrorist trump card.
Yeah.
Kano and Alfred were having some sort of... You couldn't hear the specifics. Kano hesitantly lowered his gun.
This will really help jump the Kano.
Alfred flashed up. Party. Looks like it's time for our trump card. Suzumu, Archie shouted at the top of his lungs. At his signal, the gang emerged from the crowd, moved unmasked, and Alfred. Scramble? The terrorist was visibly at the loss. Suddenly, it doesn't look like the police. You're right about that, Archie said. I mean, just take a look. I gathered up a bunch of people who love Shibuya more than their own lives in order to take your ass down. As he spoke, he made sure to keep his shields. The pain in his leg was getting worse and worse, but he tried his utmost not to push. There's no escape, he declared. We've lost. Sure doesn't look like you're gonna get away. Alfred grimaced at Archie's words. I see, then it appears our negotiations are at a close.
Shit.
Why didn't you still seem so confident? Something definitely doesn't feel
Hi. No one wants scritches.
Yeah.
Think he's bluffing. Hey. Can't scratch you if you walk over the hand of scratching by its pal.
Going to unleash the virus infection that was still kicking. Alfred met Archie's eyes and seeing the constant realization there, the very surrounding. Enough of the high and mighty axes in the shadow. He began to stomp toward Alfred, but he didn't reach him in time.
Ah! Woo!
The vials in Alfred's hand went sailing high into the air. Look out! Catch him! Catch him! Archie gestured for his comrades to fan out across the open space.
Boom!
Then, out of nowhere, a huge explosion blew Archie clean off his feet. His eardrums ruptured and his world was engulfed in an eerie silence, as if time had stopped. As he lay crumbled on the pavement, the one thing that still rang in his ears was the tinkling of glass that countless vials smashed on the concrete.
Oh no.
Do-do-do-do-do.
What are you doing, Pearls?
A mysterious explosion.
Oh no, not the mysterious explosion.
Explosion.
Explosion! But clearly that didn't yield anything. Which means somewhere along the way, and this time, you made a wrong choice.
Wasn't it?
You can't continue right now, you can't jump to Stanley. So somewhere you made a wrong choice. Question is, where and who? another made by a certain pair of brothers in the camp. When this is all tidied up, I'm gonna need a drink. Let's you and me have a beer together. That was what the younger brother said. The older brother still feels the pain of that promise going unfulfilled. You have no clue what this is about. You know nothing about Stanley. What? Getting closer. This is also a correct choice that you made here, but doesn't seem to be good enough. But this is definitely one that was wrong before.
There we go.
Yeah.
I was just one.
Back. And now this will pick up. Iris. Might not necessarily have anything to do with Stanley.
No, I'm just trying to think.
I'll just tell you, you don't just really have to look for choices with Stanley in them.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look at the time frames here.
That one jumped to 6. The earliest one.
Yeah.
We have so far. The other one was 6:40, I think.
I feel like it has to be in panels.
Yeah. But that's a bit late to do it. I would say.
Which one?
No, the other ones we're looking at down there.
Oh, yeah.
So
I wasn't looking at the
one.
title. I was like, I'm ready.
So that's really the other one's the only one that really is there. We can try and change these. See what happens. I know that, but... So by taking that one, you're taking away another choice.
Hmm. Makes sense, because the other one was like,
Yeah.
do you want to have your last chance to actually say something?
But I didn't give a fuck! Hey! Something happened! Oh my god!
Yes, we can.
He jumped to Tatano! That's a new story!
Yeah.
I keep forgetting his first name's Kyozo.
Hmm. Kyozo Tazano gingerly flexed his right elbow. It was still a little sore, but it shouldn't interfere with his ability to drive. Does that hurt? Asked a girl called Kanan. No, I'm alright. The thing I didn't kill you, she said, her tone matter of fact. You're just saying that younger detective. If you hadn't stopped me, you wouldn't be here right now. Is that right?
Sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
You know, if you came over here, I could give you squeezies.
No.
No! No, she does not want squeezies. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Tatsuno looked over at Kano. He was talking to Archie and the others about something. The last time Tatsuno had seen Archie had been back at Kutsuno's wake. He felt a strong surge of emotion seeing how the boy had grown into a fine young man. Are you sure you don't mind driving? Nan's voice snapped Tatsuno back into the moment. Yes, it won't be a problem. Back when she'd attacked him on that rooftop, she'd moved too quickly for him to even get a glimpse of her face. Now that he was able to get a good look at her, he was shocked by how young she looked. And yet there was a cold gleam in her eye, a glitter of awareness with no trace of emotion.
She looks young, but she's like 17, 18.
That's still young.
Yeah, I know, but she looks way younger than that.
Yeah. Look at her side.
Yeah. She is in fact not.
In his long career as a detective, Tatsuno had seen eyes like that. It was a look he knew well. The look of someone who could kill and had done so many times. I'm so sorry about all this. Please look after my sister, Smee said. He bowed deeply. No, I'm the one who should apologize. Tatsuno would have liked to go on to say that helping now was the least he could do to atone for what he'd done earlier, but he stopped himself there. Nothing he could say to Hitomi Ozawa could possibly earn her forgiveness. Silently, Tatsuno lowered his head. His subsequent actions would have to make up for his crimes. He had to hope that this was possible. Kanan, you look after my sister too. Hitomi bowed once more. You two know each other? Tatsuno looked at the two girls in surprise. Kanan is my sister's friend, he said. I just met her for the first time today. What a strange series of events could have transpired for Maria and Kanan to find out as friends. Tatsuno felt a prickle of curiosity, but now was not the time for that conversation. Conversation!
Here's the car keys!
Here are the car keys. The keys to the car. Daisuke's car. Those keys.
The keys specifically for Daisuke's car. Those keys. Clock.
Daisuke reappeared. He had gone to fetch his car keys. You know where it's parked, yeah? He asked. Same as back in the day? That's right. Over where we always hung out with Kuzune back in grade school. All at once, Tatsuno was hit with a surge of childhood memories.
Well, yeah, what are you gonna do now? Now you're stuck over there. He climbed up there. She doesn't want my hands anywhere near. So what are you gonna do, Ibu? Tired.
Yeah.
You want to sleep?
No. The sky was a piercing blue. The droning of cicadas echoed in his ears.
Very Japanese.
A refreshing breeze brought intermittent respite from the heat. During summer vacation, they spent their days here in the parking lot behind Daisuke's house. inside of the lot, blazing sun beating down, Kusuma would always come along with some iced barley tea. The two boys would race to see who could drink theirs up the fastest. Gold and fragrant tea flowed down their welcome throats. Most of the time, it was Tatano who would finish first. Daisuke often wound up choking and spitting his out. Kusuma would flash him a motherly and sympathetic smile. Then Daisuke would grin back at her sheepishly and brush with his hair. That had all been nearly 40 years ago, but Tatsuno could envision their smiles as vividly now as ever. They were his only fond memories of his childhood.
Oh, that's sad.
Tatsuno took the keys from Daisuke, clutching them firmly in his hand. Alright, he said. We'll be back. He lifted up Maria and with Kanan supporting her on the other side, began to head to the door. Then Kano called out, Detective Tatsuno, There was a look of sadness on the younger man's face. Don't let yourself become a detective like me. Tatsuno had the words right on the tip of his tongue, but he swallowed them back down. It suddenly seemed petty to trivialize the aspirations Kano had held for so long. Once Maria is safe, I'll turn myself in. After he made sure that Maria got to the laboratory, he would cease to be a detective and instead would criminal.
A criminal!
Criminal!
In Japan, a charge of plotting to commit the crime of murder carries a prison term with labor of not more than 2 years. Also, you can't get a job in any kind of like police environment ever again. But that's another point.
Does that mean he's a criminal police?
No. You can no longer be police. That's not how it works. You know it.
Anyways. But despite the failures that had brought him to this position, nothing he had said up until now had been a lie. Not much he could be proud. Never lose sight of what you're supposed to protect.
Ever!
You could at least try to be the detective Kano had so admired until the very end. Till the very end! Yeah. As Tatano left the room, Kano saluted him crisply. Ordinarily, a detective wouldn't salute in plain clothes or without his cap. A little breach of etiquette just showed all the more clearly how Katano felt. Katano felt.
Katano or Kateno?
Because I was mixing them.
Yeah, I know.
If Tatano hadn't been holding Maria up, he would have returned the gesture.
Oh well. Bum, bum, bum. Damn.
Leaving Indo Electronics, Tatano and Kanan heard Maria out. The parking lot was less than a minute. Before long, however, they found their way blocked by a
Yeah. Oh, hello.
riot squad. Choose
Riot squad. A
Ria.
police. Yeah. A police squad that carries out security and control activities in order to maintain or restore public order in the event of an emergency. The Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department has 9 riot police units along with a support vehicle unit for a total of 10 such squads. These also comprise teams that carry out certain specific functions such as the Explosive Wardens Division, which is also Bomb squad, for example. Did you poop? You pooped on my chair!
Angie.
Do not touch me, woman. I'm sitting over here.
Bad touch.
Yeah.
Bad touch.
Bad touch.
Wait, who's that? Awesome. What are you planning on doing with that girl? What are you planning on doing with already informed Kana that she's to be put under quarantine? She's allowed to remain free. All of Shibuya will be in danger. And took a step forward.
Not today, bitch!
Starting to fit sentence that she was about to move in. Easy. Skilled as Kanan was, she was no match for an entire armed police squad. I'm not going to take all of them on. I'm just going to take the man in charge possibly.
Oh, that's a quick way to do it.
That's no swallow. And kiss it. Good work. Considering the time limit they were facing, we knew that they had to find some way of force their way through here. I am words.
What are words?
Words. Oh.
Not hard part, right? Now that is different.
But can you say that?
No. I cannot do tongue twisters. Not even if it needs to look in English.
How much wood could a woodchuck no? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
Good luck!
You haven't heard that one before?
I have!
Okay.
But I'll never be able to do that.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
Sure thing.
That's probably about as fast as you can do it right now.
Yeah. Like you can do it at all, math.
I'm pretty good at tongue twisters,
I'm not.
but I'm bad at Japanese sometimes.
Well, that's a different reason.
Yeah, that's a different kind of tongue twisters.
Yeah.
Still, given how far they still had to go to reach the laboratory, we wanted to avoid direct conflict. Give me 1 minute. No, 30 seconds. Sasuna turned and stared. The two had known each other since their disabilities.
Tell me!
What is it that you need? Where have I heard that before? Oh, right! Golden Boy!
Yeah.
What do you believe in?
Tell me. For whom do you believe? I think that's what he says in English. I play the
For whom do you trust?
I don't know. I play the Japanese versions. I don't know. Are you stuck? Oh no! Oh no!
I'll put something on your breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, now no, okay. Now I just have the monologue in my head.
Oh no! Doing girls.
Yes, weren't you always the one who said that you needed to put faith in so organized no matter what? Well, yes, that's right. His eyes wavered ever so slightly. That's wrong. Not ever so slightly. It's ever so slightly. Right? It's ever so slightly. Not ever so slightly.
Yeah, because slightly isn't an adverb in itself.
Yeah.
Without having English as my native tongue, yes, I would also say Everett.
Yeah.
But Everett so slightly. Then it would have to have been a time, because Everett in itself is an adverb. It doesn't make sense to have an adverb on an adverb. But whatever.
In that case...
What are you doing, Pearls?
No.
Put your faith in me!
Put your faith in Kano.
Whoa.
In Kano?
Hi.
Believes that saving Maria Osawa will let us save Shibuya. He's doing everything he can to make that happen. So his lips curled into a wide grin. That sounds like Kano, alright. Always thinking such simple terms.
Sometimes simple is good. Okay?
Usually simple answers to white ones, or people like you and me think we make them more complicated than they need to be. Just consider for a moment putting Maria Ozawa in quarantine is the year of this walk. As long as we don't know how she was infected with the virus, we can't rule out the possibility with other people. Hasuma kept his eyes locked on Kuse. Right now, what we need to do is more than anything. What we need to do more than anything is to get our hands on that antiviral drug. We need to be helping Kano. Please, sir. Kuse furrowed his brow and thought for a few moments and shook his head.
No!
Hasuma, buddy. Come on. I can't do that. You gotta understand the position. The director's voice squeaked into his childish recognition, and I narrowed looked around. What is this guy's deal? Well, it's hard. But when his voice gets like that, he's being completely serious. We're going to have a break. Have to break. Hasuma took a determined step. Suddenly, Kuse laid out a finger. Then, as Hasuma watched in surprise, she proceeded to collapse on
It hurts! It hurts! Have I been infected with the virus too?
The White Squad immediately rushed to the director's side. Hasuma stood there dumbstruck, with his secretly flashing around the room. It was a terrible performance.
Shh! Cannot! Shh!
Yeah. But it was tour de force, as far as I'm concerned. It would be Hasuma gave his boss a nod of respect.
Bye!
Even half the ride squad being now in bed. What number to chase after? Don't follow them, Kuse cried out as he gritted to ride from the ground. Everyone stay back! If you get too close to Maria Ozawa, you will be infected as well! The White Squad stopped in their tracks. Hasuma took the opportunity to hurry outside. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Starting through some narrow alleyways, they arrived.
Ah, yes! The very Japanese car!
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so lucky.
The area.
But I understand their functionality.
Yeah. The area had changed since the Hasuma Street, but some of the old air reached out. There it is.
There it is!
Subaru.
Yeah.
Hey, Subaru.
They're all forward, man.
Spotted the minivan with Endo electronics written on the side. Hasuma gently laid Maria in the back seat.
See? You can read most of these. These two here are the kanji for electricity, and then it's the kanji Those are both. All those three last ones are all N5.
That one in the middle though. Jeez.
Yeah. I don't think that one is an N5.
I hope not.
I don't remember seeing it. I have been through all.
You're still apparently unconscious. Once Kanan climbed into the passenger seat, Tatsuno hit the gas instead of. Step on the gas.
Yeah. Woo!
Step on the gas. Step on the gas. Step on the gas.
You repeat it fast.
Yeah.
The music's just getting louder too. I already have. It's just getting louder and louder.
Mine is better now.
Yeah.
But I also noticed when I put in your headset, it sounded like my speakers in the screen had turned on. I was like, Jesus, what the fuck?
Yeah. Either way.
How far is it to the lab? Normally it would take about 15 minutes, but with the traffic that's no point in stop and go inside the streets. As we get into the Shibuya
Police!
Once they had re-emerged from the main thoroughfare, however, they spotted a checkpoint set up. Barricades and armored vehicles.
Damn.
The scale of security showed just how great the situation was. Tatsuno hit the brakes. You, Kanan spoke without taking her eyes off the barricade. Tatsuno thought for a few moments before arriving at an answer.
So, what are you gonna do?
We plow through them!
How very policeman of you.
I know, I kind of want to see that.
I mean, go ahead.
But have to plow on through.
Get in the back seat.
That's the cult told Kanan. Why? I want to hold on to Maria so she doesn't fall. A spicy grin came to Kanan's face. You got it.
She's like, oh, I want to do this one.
Kanan quickly clambered up the back of the top of the gun.
Woo! It's do or
do or
die
die.
now.
Tatsuno clenched his teeth as his van picked up speed.
Or fucking. Oh.
Then a patrol car came roaring out of the nearby side
shit.
road. What the? Reflexively, Tatsuno eased up on the gas.
Ah.
The police cruiser cut in front of the minivan, turning to head right towards the road. Oh, that was cute.
Poor fucking, like, stressing policeman. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that is Stanley in that car. No, it's a police car. And that car.
Yeah. Traffic needs to be very loud on that stuff.
Nice.
See you up on
It looks like him.
yeah.
I hope it didn't kill him.
The car's impact had made enough space for another. Alright,
Bye.
minivan barreled through the checkpoint. Tatsuno
Bye.
wondered who in the world was driving.
I think that was, I think it was Jack.
Tatsuno's phone rang and he picked up as he sped onward. Were you able to break through safely? It was the voice of Detective Kachiwara.
Oh, it's Kajiwara! Damn, boy! Staring like, who is this again? Remember your profile picture?
Right.
That's Kajiwara. The guy
Yeah,
was always
Kajiwara.
creepy, but he ended up kind of getting a bond with him.
Yeah.
He's sort of just trying his best. He's just a bit weird about it.
Yeah. Cosmo had thought he was at the end of the control party. That is you. Paul came in from the task force station saying that Connell can't lock it. I figured maybe Connell was planning to take what you found. So I thought he needed to take make his way one of them. The fact that it was you. Now that was quite unexpected.
Say that again.
Let out a weak chuckle. What? No.
Very much so.
Don't worry about it. Please, help Maria. I made a promise to her father that I'd save his daughter no matter what.
Aww.
Stephanie could hear the energy draining from her voice. Understood. I'll keep that coming. Yeah, back in the day, we used to make this joke, like as children, where it was like we would call someone, and then near the end of the call, we would be like, do you know what a truck backing up sounds like? And the other person would be like, no, and then you hang up.
Yeah. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. Change of being always pending.
Yeah. Scratch it on the hair. No way. Sorry.
Move out!
Step on the gas, step on the gas. Step on the gas, step on the gas. Step on the gas, step on the gas.
Well, you gotta keep out. What are you gonna do now?
Good question. Very good.
Maybe you can jump to the exit now. I don't know why. You always click on the seat. That is before it starts. That is not true. Huh. A little further down. You count? Oh, well, that means you have to go a bit further again. Because you changed something.
Yeah.
Commercial break? Not yet, though.
Not yet. Almost.
Alright, you're back on track.
It should.
Yep.
Yes.
And there.
Brother.
Well, it's definitely red now, so.
Brother.
Brother.
Brother. Brother.
Brothers. Oh, the brother. Yeah, it's unlocked now. Woo! I love
This is
Stanley.
great.
Yeah.
So
Also, did you
boring.
see? I had to choose a color. But the funniest part for me is like the name Yakusudanli. It's like spelled in katakana. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's this.
It was 6:00 p.m. Alfred had contacted the Motley team at Ender Electronics, and the situation had immediately deteriorated. But the new developments had also provided them with one big chance. A chance that Alfred might appear in person at long last.
Woo!
Fine.
Look at that awkward smile.
Jack Stanley set his hand on Kyle's shoulder. A weak smile came to the detective's face. Stanley paused, unexpectedly moved. For that one moment, he saw in Kano the image of his younger brother, Frank.
Oh my god, Frank Stanley!
Jack, you have to get everyone to a safe place right away. Frank's nervous shout echoed through the...
Bomb squad, baby?
What kind of squad? Please.
Yeah.
Frank's nervous shout echoed through the hotel lobby. Stanley...
Hey! Bomb and arson squad was right!
Yeah.
I do not remember any. I didn't even remember he had a brother.
Stanley's
It's so
younger
long
brother
I can play the
was
game.
a member of the bomb and arson squad.
Alright, Bomb and Arson Squad. Subsection of the Chicago Police Department's Bureau of Investigative Services, also called BIS, that handles investigation of bomb and arson related cases.
BIS!
Yeah, BIS. Well, we know that they're in Chicago.
This was 2 years ago. The CIA had obtained intel that Alfred was targeting a high-class hotel in Chicago for a terror attack.
Of course.
Stanley and his team had searched the hotel interior and had discovered the bomb set inside a large pantry.
Of course.
Of course!
Yeah.
When Frank arrived at the scene and saw the explosive, his expression grew grim. The detonation trigger is set in the worst possible place. It's going to be a bastard who removed it.
Let me guess. His brother Frank died.
In that case, you need to get out of here too, Frank. No, I need to make sure I can figure out how this thing is set up so the disposal unit knows what to do when they get here.
It kind of reminds me of that one spin-off manga from Detective Conan where you follow Ray as he goes through police academy with some other friends. And they all, like, in the end, they all graduate and go to their own, and there's one who goes to the bomb squad. Well, but you also learn that in present time, all of the guys he had is like, basically they like have a tiny squad they train in. They're all fucking dead except for Ray. The bomb squad guy died in a bomb action. Just exploded on him, even though he's so good with people. Sad. That's what this reminds me of.
Okay. I'll be alright. Look, you can probably see it from back there. Stanley could indeed see the small explosive from where he stood. It was held in place by several screws.
That is some fucking switches. Mechanical switch. A few of them to be exact.
Yeah?
Yeah?
What?
I don't know, it's just you don't often see those switches. It's a lot easier to use a button. You're just like, I have no clue what you're talking about.
No, I'm just like... As a person who has been on the education of an electrician, I would say this is common.
I don't know, I'm just saying the few things I've dabbled in when I had project was not those.
I like this better. They're more reliable.
They are more reliable because they're purely mechanical.
The timer had just ticked down past the 30-minute mark.
Ah, shit!
There's plenty of time left for the disposal guys to get here. Jack, I need you to help finish evacuating the building. There are a lot of people who haven't gotten out yet, but from a cold and logical perspective, Frank was right. He had a job to do, and it was and if Stanley listened to his personal feelings and tried to usher his brother out of there, a lot of reasons might die. All right, I understand. Heck, we had something as simple as some dry ice, We could freeze this thing. Frank grimaced as she eyed the bomb. Dry eyes, huh? I suppose ice cream would do the trick. That'd be a waste of ice cream.
It does not do the trick, it's not cold enough!
You'd be better off just eating.
Yeah.
Of course, even dry ice would be a long shot in place of an actual liquid match.
Oh my god, another foreigner.
What do you expect?
I don't know, it's just whenever I see...
Brother.
I know, but it's just whenever I see that in a Japanese game, I'm like, oh my god! Because, you know, it's not often you see foreigners in Japanese games.
The brothers looked at one another, and for a moment,
Look
it
so
seemed
young.
just saw his laughing. Alright, Stanley said. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Hey, Jack. Once it's all tidied up, I'm gonna need a drink. Let's you and me have a beer together. Sure, you got it.
Can't get over the fact that the parents named them Jack and Frank. Jack I can understand, but Frank? I don't know.
To be frank.
Every time I hear that, I'm just gonna think of that one witness for Ace Attorney who's called Frank someone. The first witness.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Stanley headed for the hotel lobby, which was still overflowing with guests.
It just says Bob Squad on the shirt.
Yeah, that's what it does.
Even though it should say Bob and Austin Squad. Whatever!
No, it's just counted under Bob Squad.
Yeah, but that's not what it's called officially.
No, that's not what it's called, but that's what it says on their clothing.
Yeah, but even here, it should technically say both because that is the official name of the squad. In media, it doesn't because they also don't know that. And it sounds cool to just put Bomb Squad on.
You made the right choice here. Stanley gave Kano a thump on the back, and the detective cracked a tiny grin. What about my choices, huh? So, debating his own next move, Stanley stepped away from the others and took out his cell phone. He made a call to his superior,
Gordon!
Ramsay.
Oh my god.
Gordon, so... Gibbs?
Yeah. It's me.
Though sadly I don't think you know who Gibbs is.
Nope. Probably not.
He's not in the CIA, he's from NCIS.
I have watched that. That's the New York one, right?
What? No, NCIS is its own thing.
Yeah, but it's still in New York, right?
No, not
No?
as far as I
That's-
remember.
it's in New York,
NCIS has a lot of spin-off shows that are taking place in other...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one's still in New York. I watched it at least. I watched a lot of those.
police procedurals. It's me, he said. What's the situation? I hear the Japanese police want to put Maria Ozawa under quarantine. I'm assuming that's on your orders, sir. It is. There are way too many important people in Shibuya. Can't allow that virus to get loose. Besides, we now know that Alfred is after Hitomi Ozawa. There's no reason to leave Maria at large any longer. If you put Maria Ozawa under quarantine, she is going to die. I know that, but there will be far fewer victims as a result. Gordon's words made something inside Stanley snap. In that moment, he lost any inclination to report that he was with Maria. Failure to do so would be a dereliction of duty on his part. He knew that well enough. He knew it, but the fact couldn't overcome his revulsion at Gordon's callous attitude towards Maria. Victims are still victims, he said. What was that? Nothing, sir. I'll continue on my operation to apprehend Alfred. Stanley hung up on the phone. He didn't care if his superiors took action against him once this was all over. They intended to sacrifice one person in order to save the lives of countless more. From a purely objective standpoint, it was the right call. But what if that person was a loved one?
Alright, technically it's
then?
Washington, D.C., but... That is not... What? That is pretty close, though.
Not that close.
It's still pretty close.
Different state.
Yeah, but the state of New York is also basically just New York, so that's not that hard to figure out, alright?
They're not in the same state.
No, of course not!
If you were to say to a New Yorker or somebody from Washington...
I'm not talking to a New Yorker. I was being, like, not precise. I was like, it's over there, right?
Looking at a map now?
Mm.
But yes, it is on the East Coast. Up towards the north.
Yeah, it's honestly not that far. This is Washington. New York is right over there.
I know.
It's not that far.
Are you speaking like a true American?
Yeah, I know. It's not that far. It's a few hours. In American terms, it's not very far.
No, I know. For Americans, it's like a few hours. That's nothing.
Yeah.
For people like us, it's like a few hours. Jesus fucking
They're on the other side of the fucking country.
No. Oh God, no.
But I
It's
meant
like
in American
1 hour
standards.
for Danish people is long.
I mean, I'm used to it, so I don't think so. But that's another point in time. You can get from one end of the country to the other end of the country in around 3 hours without traffic. On a good day.
I don't want to do that. That is too far in the car.
It is very far in the car, but sometimes you have to.
I know.
Then you don't have a car.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
I live in the middle.
Yeah, that's true. We live in the middle. The only place that would be far for us is to go up in Northern.
Yeah.
That could still take 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I wasn't wrong.
The dilemma gnawed at the back of Stanley's mind. He couldn't shake the feeling that it was wrong to just accept the lesser of two evils, sacrifice an innocent for the greater good. The greater good.
The greater good!
The greater good!
Do it for the greater good.
No, damn it. He would save that one life and then save the lives of the many. He needed to find a way to avoid the so-called easy way out, no matter what it took. He wasn't about to add a second big regret to his life. Not this time. Saving Maria was the right thing to do. His judgment wasn't wrong. Of that, he was sure. He reaffirmed that to himself inwardly over and over. Kano was watching Tazanobu prepare to depart. The group had put together a reasonable plan of action. Tazano and Kanan would head to the lab with Maria and attempt to get the antiviral formula. Stanley would accompany Kano and the others to the scramble to apprehend Alfred. It was a two-pronged...
There you go.
It was a two-pronged plan of attack.
Just sitting to her because she's sitting over in her, by her
On her cage?
cage. Yeah.
Yeah. Still, could they really count on things going as smoothly as Kanan had suggested?
Of course not.
Stanley thought back on her earlier words. Once Alfred has made contact with Hitomi, call my cell phone. I have plenty of information Alfred might want to bargain for. I can negotiate with him directly. That meant that getting the password hinged on whatever deal they struck. What sort of things might Alfred request in exchange? Stanley cast a thoughtful look at Kanan. He was helping Tatano to carry Maria out the door. Out the room? Also out of the door.
Also out through the door, but not out off the door, okay?
Out the door.
It's out through the door.
You can't say out the door.
Yeah, but not out off the door.
I'm not saying out of the door. I'm saying out the door.
I heard out off the door. I'm like, you can't say that!
No, I'm skipping all of those words. I'm just out the door.
Okay.
Out the door. Standard, bleh. Standard? Stumble. Stanley doubted that she'd answer if he asked just what her bargaining chips were. He held his tongue, watching as she left with the others. Whatever else happened, he needed to focus on capturing Alfred. He glanced at the monitor displays in the workroom. The disembodied sound of Alfred's voice from earlier crept back into his mind. I will appear at the rendezvous in person. After all, it wouldn't do for the star of the show to miss the final curtain. Those words notwithstanding, it seemed absurd that Alfred would actually show up in the flesh.
No.
Nationality, age, sex.
Your brain was like, rationally! But you read nationally.
So much about the terrorist mastermind was shrouded in mystery. Why would someone who had hidden so well for so long ever reveal their true identity? And yet Alfred had gone out of the way to claim that was precisely what was about to happen. It almost seemed like he made turning up in person a major selling point of the deal.
Maybe it's because it is.
I'm looking forward to meeting all of you then. There was no doubt about it.
Nobody doubted!
Alfred wanted them to expect him on sight and in person. Why would that be? He's using himself as bait to lure me and Kanan out. This is a near perfect opportunity to wipe out the two people who are gunning for him the most. That being the case, how might he attempt to kill me once I'm at the scramble? Stanley felt a sudden flash of insight. No, something was off here. His thought process was running well, each deduction logically flowing from the last. But at a time like this, that could be very dangerous. Alfred may well have anticipated where his logic would be. Then he needed to assume that any clue he thought he'd found was something Alfred had left behind. So maybe the suggestion that their target would come to the scene was a different kind of trap. At the risk of sending himself in circles, Stanley decided to rethink the whole case from the ground up. What was the single strangest part of this whole thing? Aha! There we go. Why had Alfred put an amateur like Daisuke Endo in charge of the kidney? Sure, being able to get a heart for his daughter gave Daisuke a strong incentive, but there still had to be a reason why he had been chosen. The kidnapping had failed. What would have happened then? Of course, this was Alfred they were dealing with. Maybe the possibility of failure was somehow part of the plan. Hell, Daisuke had managed to accidentally kidnap Maria instead of Hitomi had. If Alfred had gone with a professional, that sort of mix-up would never have happened. Yet, even if that degree of uncertainty was acceptable, or even desirable, using Daisuke seemed like far too big a risk. There must be some other motive for bringing Daisuke into the plan. Of course.
Advantage!
Using Daisuke must have provided some important advantage that outweighed his flaws. It was the only thing that made sense. Which meant the reason Alfred had Daisuke carry out the kidnapping was. Itchy eye.
Not the squishy eyes. Squishy, hishy.
Not twitchy. Itchy.
Yeah, it's a squishy, hishy.
Oh. Anyways, we'll figure that out after the break.
Yeah, anything else.
Are you hungry? Well, there is some pizza in the...
There's lots of food.
We have lots of food.
We have 3 cakes, apparently.
4 cakes.
True, but 3 of the same kind.
Yeah. We have lots of food. But don't worry about it. Yeah. We'll be back in just a minute.
Yeah.
And remember, a break for us means a break for you. So get up, stretch, get a big drink, go to the toilet if you need to, cycle your fluids. All of that healthy stuff.
Yes. Healthy.
So we'll be back in just a bit. And we're back!
Woo!
And I have a panini.
Sandwich!
A panini sandwich. It was supposed to be some mixed salad in there, but it wasn't too bad.
No.
I did buy one that was it's off my day. It was lactose. I was like, I can save some money there.
Yeah.
I didn't get to eat it fast enough. So.
What happened?
I had most.
Oh well.
It was just cucumber and tomato and
Chimkin. And cheese.
and jalapenos.
Oh. Spicy!
Yeah. I mean, can you have a sandwich that's not spicy?
Yes.
Is that a
Eat
proper
those at
sandwich?
uni all the time.
I feel like a proper sandwich needs to have a bit of jalapenos.
Don't necessarily have to. Some people
No.
can't take it.
No, some people can't say it, but in my opinion, for me, for it to be a proper sandwich, it has to be slightly spicy. That is the best kind of sandwich for me.
I don't necessarily agree. Sometimes it's nice, and sometimes I don't want.
I said
fuck
slightly
up.
spicy, not like
Still.
spicy.
But still, jalapenos is enough to fuck my stomach.
It is?
I like it, yeah, but my stomach does not agree with it.
The bun used to be this high.
Yeah, the bun's like flat and heavy as fuck. What happens when you use a panini grill?
Yeah.
Because it's technically meant for flat bread to begin with. But either way, what do you wanna do? The reason that Daisuke was to carry out the kidnapping was...
Some other objective.
Some other objective?
Sure.
Put it into the game.
Sorry.
Carry out some other objective. Set up the kidnapping. Devised the ransom relay. Kept the full attention of the police on that. All the while, Alfred himself was working towards his true goal. Getting Hitomi's blood. Which meant that Daisuke kidnapping Maria by mistake had in fact been a mistake. That's why in the end, Alfred had proposed trading the password. Blood. Really be it? Stanley decided to take it up with the man himself. Mr. Endo, let me ask you something. Did you know Hitomi had a twin sister before the kidnapping? I didn't know. So, when did you find out? After I had Maria kidnapped, the organ trafficker took one look at her and said I had the wrong girl. Said I was supposed to have abducted the younger one. He never mentioned Hitomi having a twin before this all started. No. If I'd known, I'd have been a lot more careful. Alfred had certainly known that the whole story was a chance. But despite the added risk that fact implied, he hadn't told Daisuke. was only one logical conclusion. Daisuke's mistake hadn't been an accident. Albert had intended for the wrong sister to get kidnapped. From the beginning! By using an amateur, Albert had set up the police to write off Daisuke's kidnapping of the wrong target as a simple misstep. Had Daisuke been brought in simply in the name of camouflage? But why? Albert was after Hitomi's blood. Daisuke was after Hitomi's heart. They both wanted the same thing. Why target Maria instead? Stanley's train of logic had run out of steam again. Still, he was sure he was on the right track. Just needed to keep following until he found out where that track led. Where's the storeroom where you were keeping Maria? He asked. Daisuke hung his head. It's out behind the shop. Why do you ask? Do you mind showing me? Something I'd like to check. At this point, you need to go back over everything. Right from the beginning. Followed Daisuke out to the storeroom. Speaking of the storeroom, Daisuke said as they were walking to the back part of the building, there's something I've been wondering about. How did Maria manage to escape in the first place? You're certain you locked her in? Asked. Daisuke nodded. At 8 o'clock this morning, the orc interviewer came by to check up on her. I made sure to lock the place back up after we left. I see. That visit must have been when Maria was injected with the Shibuya virus. Makes sense based on our work and timeline of what you expect from the system matter. When they got to the storeroom, they spotted the padlock that had held it shut lying broken on the ground. Well, that explains that. Daisuke picked it up, then opened the storeroom door. Ah, look at this mess! It was obvious immediately that merchandise had been stolen. No, Maria did this, Daisuke said. Maybe some thieves broke in? He had a good inspection, assessing what had been taken. Some digital cameras and laptop computers were missing. This looks like the work of some local thugs. Kind of thing has happened to me a few times before. That's gonna have a sigh of exasperation.
Maybe you should get a better lock.
Yeah.
Idiot.
I mean, the crime rate in Japan's pretty low, so I can see why, but still. You do live in Tokyo. Stanley, meanwhile, was carefully looking around inside the store.
Where specifically was the store?
Shibuya.
Was it in Shibuya?
Everything here is in Shibuya. Shibuya's in lockdown. Can't leave.
What about Ubuntu?
That's still in Shibuya.
That's still Shibuya?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
It's an area in Shibuya.
Okay. I see. Well, so.
Everything
what
we've
area
done
in
is
Shibuya is this in then? Do you remember?
pretty close to the station as far as I know this one is. It's a bit station if I remember. It's a bit fuzzy at the moment.
Yeah.
You can always search for it. It's actually fine. Where did you have Maria Osawa? He asked. Behind those cardboard boxes. Boxes indicated were piled high, closing off one corner of the room. Maria were unconscious behind, and the burglars might well never notice her. So Maria was able to escape from the storeroom thanks to the burglars breaking the lock. So what impact had that stroke of misfortune had on Alpha's plan? What had Alpha planned to do with Maria if nobody had broken in? Well, what do you want to do?
What was the leading up thing? What had Alpha planned to do with Maria if nobody had broken? I feel like the broken was planned. Or the break-in was planned.
Not necessarily.
No, but
apparently it didn't set a stopper for his plans.
maybe trade her.
was going to trade it for him. It certainly seemed reasonable enough. He needed to kidnap Maria in order to infect her with the virus, first and foremost. And she had indeed been injected with 8 o'clock. Next, Alpha would have carried out a hostage exchange with Hitomi in order to obtain her blood. Maria would be free to go, but infected with the UA. What purpose would that serve? Simple enough to deduce. Once we learned that Maria had the virus, Kenji Osawa was certain to take action. Bring her into the storage facility in order to administer the antiviral, just as he'd done with Hitomi. That meant that the storage facility would be opened once more. Just according to Keikaku. That was what Alpha was really after. A way in, so he could destroy the antiviral samples at the lab. It was the only logical conclusion. Infecting Hitomi 6 days earlier had ensured that she would be carrying the DDS in her body. But it had also served as a sort of dry run for today. It turned out that Ozawa wasn't able to access the antiviral storage on his own, the entire plan would fall apart. Hitomi had been a test case in order to make sure. Negotiations at the Scramble were almost certainly a smokescreen. Alfred wanted to lure Stanley, the others to the Scramble. That's the missing word clearly here. To Scramble in order to clear the way for an assault on the lab in the meantime. The first order of business was to stop him from getting inside. How? Should Stanley leave his stakeout at the Scramble for Kano and the others while he headed to the labs? Could decide it alone. Headed back into the shop with Dice to see where things stood with the others. Give up, bitch!
Because it's at 1840 or something like that.
20.
20. Ah. Okay.
No.
Come on.
That one. Further down. No, further. Here.
Yeah.
Sitting there? Yeah.
I can't find anything.
No? Oh, you're looking for the area?
I'm just trying to see if the wiki page has anything about where Endonutrans is supposed to be.
It's
Because it
close
was
to...
mentioned in the story.
Yeah. Isn't it on Dogen Saga? Or was I...
It was on the way to Dogen Saga, if I remember.
Yeah.
But this wiki page is shit. It doesn't tell me anything.
No.
There's barely any information on it.
Might be easier just to search for it.
Here, just take over again.
No, I'm not sure you can find it. Exactly. So it is close to the station. Kano's plan of action for the Scramble was steadily coming together. Only half listened to it, as the young had to discuss the stakeout with the rest of the group. His own mind was still caught up with the question of what he himself should do. He couldn't shake the conviction that he needed to head to the lab. Even assuming that Alfred really did turn up with the Scramble. And assuming that he carried out another bioterror tactic, the worst that could happen would be a disaster to Shibuya. Terrible though that might be, far worse than that Alfred was already in possession of the UA virus, destroying the world's only supply of the antiviral. If he succeeded at this scheme, the bioweapon would be unstoppable. It would hold the entire planet in the grip of fear. A terrorist arms dealer must never be allowed to obtain that kind of power. Stanley couldn't take that risk, even if he was wrong in his suspicions. It only made sense to shore up the defense of the lab. There's only one person who could count on now. Kanan. She was on the way to the lab already. If Stanley could alert her to his conclusions, it would make it that much harder for Alfred to carry out his plan. If nothing else, hopefully she could buy time for Stanley to get there. Stanley approached Kano. "You need to go to the scramble without me," he said. "What?" Kano was visibly shocked. "Where's this coming from all of a sudden?" "Please don't ask me to explain. Something else has come up, and I have to see to it." Stanley hated having to do this. He wished he could explain everything. If he'd made any unusual moves now, though, it was a risk Alpha would pick up on. There's no telling what the mastermind would be watching. It was better to keep his companions in the dark, just in case. "I understand," Kano said. "Do what you have to do and come back soon." "Sorry. I wish I could tell you more." "It's alright. I'll find a way to get by." "Yeah! Thumbs up!" Kano gave him a thumbs up. The sight brought back some painful memories. Up until just a few hours ago, Stanley had instinctively seen Kano as all too naive. And now, he finally knew why. Kano was just like his younger brother, Frank. Hey, thumbs up! They might have looked very different, but in the way they mixed up their responsibilities with their personal feelings, they were totally alike. Stanley couldn't discount that naivete. In the end, that was all a part of the human condition. "Jack, are you really okay with this?" Frank cast an anxious look at his older brother as they made their way onto the University of Chicago campus. "It's my responsibility to look after you," Stanley told him. "As long as you take your studying seriously, I'm all for it." Frank had been worrying about tuition costs. "Ah, yes, good old American tuition costs. Not a problem we have in Denmark, thank God." To prepare for college. After losing their parents 5 years earlier, the two had struggled to get by. "Yeah, but..." Stanley set both hands on his brother's shoulders. "Listen to me. You're my brother, and I care about you. I just want whatever you do to be something you can be proud of." "Alright, Jack. I hear you. And thanks." Kano, promise me one thing. "What's that?" "Once it's all over, you'll go have a beer with me." "Sure, alright." "Promise now. Remember." Kano flashes him a grateful smile. And in that smile, Stanley again saw a little something of Frank. Oh, hey! Look! Tatsuno! Hurrying out of window electronics, Stanley dialed up Tatsuno as he ran along. "Stanley, what's going on?" "What I'm about to tell you... It's you, mere conjecture! What I'm about to tell you is mere conjecture on my part, god damn it!"
Which direction?
Make the street a bit more. You have to search for it. No. I mean, you could manually look for tokens on the street, but good fucking luck.
It's a street.
It's a street. But for now, let's assume I'm mostly on the right track. Take a deep breath and steel his nerves. I think Alfred is heading to the lab. He's planning on hitting it to destroy the antivirus. Are you serious? Tatsuno's voice was laced with nerve. Yes. You need to turn back right away. I'll go to the lab with Kanan. The detective's only reply was silence.
Oh.
Did you hear me, Tatsuno? This is an opponent who's out of your league. Turn back. I'll handle the... I can't do that. Now, Tatsuno's tone was calm and steady. My job is to get Maria to the lab as soon as humanly possible. Whether Alfred is coming or not, this will change it.
Shibuya Scramble is right here.
Yeah. So it's basically, yeah. It's like, Motonosaka is right by the station as far as I remember.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember what direction. It's very, very close.
I just couldn't see it before.
So-
Go again.
Dogen Saga.
Dogen. Though you can also spell it with like Dogen Saga.
Yeah, that's the same as the OU. It's
Yeah.
a normal.
Yeah.
Don't be absurd. Even if you do have Kanan with you, you can't keep Maya safe and still win the fight that's coming. Putting on life to protect that girl down to it. Then you tell me you never please stop this. I mean, Tatsuno is very stubborn, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Fine. Have it your way then.
Have it your way.
But I'm heading to the lab too. Whatever you do, do not. Understood. Doesn't would be no much valve. Terrorist spotted the detective would probably kill him on the spot. Reassurance or encouragement would be mean. Instead, Stanley left Tatsuno with one final warning.
It's a bit funny that it's like Burger King for a long time was had the catchline of "Have it your way," but it's like, sure, have it your way as long as what you ordered isn't what you want.
That's literally how it works here in Denmark.
Yeah. That's how it is. Sometimes you just fuck up your order.
Yeah, especially if you order online or something.
Yeah.
Alright, what do you want to do?
So what was happening? It was just get a recap here. Reassurance or encouragement would be meaningless. Instead, Stanley left Tatsuno with one final warning. So, is he at Tatsuno right now?
He called him
Mm.
on the phone
Okay.
while running.
No. Alfred.
Well, that's this long explanation we've had up until now, but you've been busy trying to find Dogen Saga, so, Jack thinks that Alfred's true objective is to get to the lab and destroy the antiviral, so that Alfred is the only one who has access to the antiviral, also has access to the virus. That is the ultimate power for a terrorist, right?
Yeah.
So that's why Jag is heading to the lab as well, without telling those people. Told Tata. Just Tata.
That's a very good question.
He thinks the whole thing that happens in Scramble is just a diversion.
Maybe he finds a way to solve.
Find some way to stall until I get him. If he realizes we're onto him, you're done. Doesn't know hung up without saying anything. Food!
Rude.
Hey, look! A non-Japanese car brand!
Chevrolet.
Then he made it to his car, still parked on the side. Jumping in, sped off towards the laboratory. Woo! Now there's a lot of people, poor boss! Don't think I got him for any congestion at the time he made it.
Laboratory or laboratory? Laboratory.
That's how I put it.
Yeah. British.
The chaos and panic from the area around Shibuya Station is starting to spread. His frustration steadily growing, Stanley fought his way along the conditioned streets. Just as his aggravation was beginning to boil over, he finally arrived at the board.
The horse is so long.
Yeah,
You
same
need
as
to do
hers.
something about
To tell immediately that something's wrong. Oh god, it's in flames!
it. On fire!
A plume of smoke was rising from one of the laboratory windows. It was thick, black, clearly the result of a fire of some sort.
Oh, maybe you should
Or we have to control Tatsuno to see what happens.
Yeah.
We can now.
Yeah.
Stanley hopped out of the car, drawing his gun as he approached the door. Using was about to make his way inside when a scent on the air stopped him in his tracks. I think you get this no matter what you do. And I got this one too because I didn't jump over me. And the smoke carried the telltale odor of explosive residue. It hadn't made it in time. All his fears had come to pass. Maria, Ursula, Tatsuo, Kanan, we're all surely dead. And the antiviral probably too. And no doubt the antiviral had all been either stolen or incinerated. In all likelihood, moreover, viral samples of that dispersed with the explosion. And occurred. He'd already inhaled some of the smoke. It really wasn't the worst case scenario. But he was right, though! They'd been utterly defeated. Just a too late there. Then he called up Gordon to request backup for a suit for the order. He knew that it was already too late to change anything. Even so, then he would go through all the motions before he admitted defeat. That was slow as fuck. Yeah. Bad end! You can see there are no more hints for the bad ends here.
Yeah.
You have to figure everything out yourself. Well, as luck would have it, we can actually jump over to Tatsuno as well.
Tatsuno.
To see what happens.
Tatsuno.
No. Tatsuno. Yes. Tate is his shield. Alright, to Tatsuno! Woo! Alright. To the lab.
Tatsuno.
Once it make it past Shibuya Station, the roads were relatively clear. That's pretty good. Now to make it to the lab in no time. Tatsuno's phone rang. It was Stanley. What's going on? He asked the American. American! What I'm about to tell you is mere conjecture. But for now, let's assume I'm mostly on the right track. Then his voice was filled with tension. Tatsuno braced himself for bad news. I think Alfred is heading to the lab. He's planning on hitting to destroy the antiviral. Are you serious? It was even worse than he had feared. Alfred heading to the lab. Yes, you need to turn back right away. I'll go to the lab with Kanan. Is something wrong? Kanan asked, peering at him from the back seat. He couldn't hide the fact that he was trembling. He seemed perfectly calm, unfazed by the possibility of further complications. As she usually is. Perhaps she had already anticipated something like this would happen. Did you hear me, Tatsuno? Stanley said. This is an opponent who's out of your league. Turn back. I'll handle the... I can't do that, Tatsuno replied, managing to regain his composure. My job is to get Mane to the lab as soon as humanly possible. Whether Alfred is coming or not doesn't change that. Don't be absurd. If you do have Kanan with you, you can't keep Mane safe and still win the fight that's coming. Bum, bum. Maybe Stan was right. Almost certainly he was. But Tatsuno couldn't put Maria's life in danger by turning back in order to save his own. Kanan! Tatsuno glanced at the young woman in the backseat. Yes? If Alfred shows up, don't worry about protecting me. Just keep Maria safe. Got it. That's all Tatsuno needed to hear.
You got it.
I'll give my own life to protect that girl if it comes down to it. Fine. Have it your way. But I'm heading to the lab too. Whatever you do not let the guard down. Understood. Tatsuno hung up. That was Stanley? Kanan asked. She probably already surmised the situation. Even so, she showed no sign of it too. Fucking usual with this girl! This deadpan looks at him. At last, the minivan arrived at Okoshi Pharmaceutical.
It's nighttime.
Hmm?
It's nighttime.
Well, it's like 7.
Yeah.
So. Tatsuno pulled up at the front gate and got out
or
of...
something?
What?
In October or something?
I don't know, but it's in the winter half.
Yeah.
Pulled out the front gate and got out of the vehicle. Off to one side of the entrance was an intercom for contacting the security. I'm assuming you've already heard the details from the director. Tatsuno barked into the intercom. Open up! We haven't heard anything from Director Osama, the security guard spat back. And moreover, the laboratory is currently on lockdown. I'm sorry, but not even Director Osama is allowed inside. That's ridiculous! Tatsuno scowled at the intercom in frustration. Then a car came racing toward him along the street.
Hello, Osama.
Yeah, hello, Osama! The sound of screeching brakes filled the air as the vehicle skidded to a halt, and then Kenji Osama jumped out from the driver's seat. Maria! Osama rushed over to Tatsuno. That's a Maria, where she lay in the minivan. He looked carefully at his daughter's face. Oh, thank goodness. She still hasn't gone symptomatic. No, but she's unconscious because of it, so it won't be long. You have an hour, approximately. Mr. Osawa, why aren't people being allowed into the laboratory? Osawa tilted his head. They're not? Let him explain what the guard had said. That's ridiculous. Osawa immediately dialed the security guard on the intercom. You got the same story. Got to be kidding me! Osawa raged. I'm the lab director here! The security guard wasn't hearing. I'm sorry, sir. These orders came from Mr. Makino. Remember that bad end? No! So am I just supposed to sit out here and watch my daughter die? Well, we know they made it inside. Thanks to Stanley. That's an racked his brain for other ideas. Maybe they'd have to climb the gate and break them down? Oh! And over the intercom they heard the sound of the phone ringing in the security room. The security guard answered it without muting the intercom speaker. His voice was faintly audible, sounded rather differential. Who in the world could Before Tatsuno could muse further, the gate suddenly opened. Woo! Huh? Why? Tatsuno and Osama looked at one another in surprise. I have a message from Director Osama from Mr. Makino. From Makino? Osama huddled over the intercom and had a brief sort of say. Is that how you pronounce that?
What?
A brief sort of say. Is that how you pronounce that? Second last line.
I don't know.
Exchanged with the guard. What was that all about? Tatsuno asked. It would seem that my wife was able to pull some strings for us. Huh! Did you look at that? Ice living up to her game.
Yeah.
Fucking finally. Osama smiled uncomfortably. Well, yeah, there's no way they're gonna stay together after all that happened. Tatsuno didn't have time to wonder what that might mean. That lock been open for us as well? He asked. A smile disappeared from Osama's face. No. Wasn't able to do anything about the final layer of security. I see. Well, let's regroup inside for now. Very well, Osama said. By the way, who's going to be hacking the password? I am! That's literally what she said. Cut out her mind. I am she! Ah, so you're Kanan. We should get you to the laboratory. I guess Maria's the only one who's met Kanan in real life. Alright. After checking to make sure there was nobody suspicious lurking nearby, Tatsuno headed into the laboratory with the others. Hells yeah. It took about 20 seconds for the elevator to reach the first basement level. The biohazard storage area was evidently fairly deep underground. Obvious reasons, Tatsuno! The doors opened to reveal a long, straight corridor. There was a door at the far end with a device at one side for checking IDs. Kanan approached the device, sitting in the lab to board security room, floor in front of her. She affixed a scrap of paper with Kenshi Usuwa's password written on it to one side of the monitor. Then she connected a series of cables to both the laptop and the device. Tatsuno tried to contain his sense of urgency, focusing on watching Kanan as she worked. Kanan began to slowly what the fuck is that light? Slowly tap away at the keyboard. What the fuck?
Don't worry about it.
Who planted that in an old laptop?
RGB, my man.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, this is like 07. What the fuck?
I mean, lights were still cool in the 80s.
Yeah, I suppose. They will forever probably will be, right? The screen displayed a series of numeric values to change with each keystroke. Check the change carefully, timing the movements of her fingers according to some formula. Boop! The ID device let out a warning sound and the display lit up. Incorrect password! The input had been rejected. Was this really going to work? Tatsuno felt his impatience grow. Also, his face showed a similar unease. Kanan turned to look at them. How many failed attempts are we allowed? 2, I believe. Also answered. After a third failed attempt, the storage area is locked down and can't be reopened without input. Kanan had already resumed timing before he finished speaking. It's a very slight difference in power consumption from the device when the process is a correct password compared to an incorrect one. There's a minuscule difference in the time it takes to run the process as well. We can analyze those and compare them. Kanan's voice trailed off. She continued. There was another warning sound. A second failed attempt. A single bead of sweat ran down Tatsuno's forehead. But Kanan didn't so much as bat an eyelash. Ah, I see. Her face remained full of confidence. It won't be a problem, she assured them. This isn't my first time with this type of mechanism. Slowly, one at a time, Kanan pressed key after key while keeping her eyes fixed on the laptop screen. With each keystroke, a waveform at the top of the screen looked almost like an echocardiogram readout. And oddly specific, the eye wobbled slightly. Beep! Got it! The laptop let out a tiny sound. A sequence of 10 characters appeared on the screen and Kanan read them off. Tatsuno jotted them down in his notebook. He stepped up to the scanner to enter the twin passwords for Osawa and Tanaka. Restricted area! The door opened! Yay! Kanan let out a sigh of relief. Osawa gathered up Maria and headed into the storage area. Tatsuno felt a surge of relief as he watched the two of them go. Kanan, meanwhile, was fastidiously putting away her equipment. What do you think? Tatsuno asked her. About what? She asked, gaze as serious as ever. About Alfred. Why hasn't he showed up? What Stanley said was true. Alfred ought to be coming their way. It was both strange and unsettling that they'd been able to get inside without any interference. This isn't over yet. Don't let your guard down until we know Alfred has been dealt with. Right. Kanan pulled out a pistol! You keep those two safe, she said. I'll go check things out front.
I don't see the pistol.
Don't worry about it. Maybe she put it. I don't know. She got back into the elevator and headed up. I don't know. A blue. Left alone in the hallway, Tatsuno was enveloped by an eerie silence. He drew his gun from his holster, that is somehow not connected because he's not wearing his uniform, and then went into the storage area to join Osawa and his daughter. Aiko? Bullshit. His cane and the soles of his shoes echoed on the hard surfaces all around. At the end of the hallway, Tatsuno came to another door. He took up position there, determined to guard the two individuals inside. This was the only way in. If anyone was coming, they'd have to pass through here. Putting his back to the door, he let out a sigh. A great weight of exhaustion settled over him. Too much had happened over the past few hours. You don't say! He'd recalled too many painful memories that had long been buried deep within his mind. He realized that his whole life was rife with things he could never undo. If you're coming, then come on. Tatsuno aimed his gun down the empty corridor. Right now.
Trigger discipline.
What?
Trigger discipline.
What about it?
He has his finger on the trigger.
Yeah.
Ah!
Because he's ready to shoot.
Ah!
He just needed to protect Maria. He's ready to shoot anytime.
I don't like this man.
Yeah, he's supposed to hold it on the outside of the trigger thingy. Bub.
Yeah.
So that he doesn't accidentally pull the trigger.
Yeah.
But whatever. I think he's just more like tense and just like, yeah.
Which means there's a bigger chance of him twitching.
Yeah. Oh well. That'll become his life's sole purpose. Damn. Boom! Suddenly the door that was in front of him was blown off its hinges with a tremendous explosion.
Explosion!
The shockwave traveling down the corridor struck him an instant later. Tatsuno had neither the time to wonder what had happened, nor any chance to avert his fate. Bad end! Bitch!
Go.
So that didn't go well either.
Nope. But there's also tons of stuff.
Yeah.
So, next time, let's see if we can figure out what's happening.
Yeah. Or is Alfred coming? Or is he not?
Something's coming.
Something came and killed everyone in the building.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Okay. Big time. They share this time. I think I can just put this in the one.
Yeah.
Zip it up. Oh well.
Yeah.
And that's the end of today.
Yeah.
But yes, in case you're wondering, that's how you spell Jack.
Yeah.
Ji-ya-tsu-ku. Jack. Yeah.
Besides all the others.
Yeah. Even besides Maria.
Oh, that.
That one's also spelled.
Yeah, it is.
Maria is not
No.
but it's very common to use it. Correct. Non-Japanese. It's like Alice. Alice.
So. We will see you again next time, which will be Saturday.
Yes. This next weekend, I'm not going anywhere.
Me neither.
But you will for Christmas. We both will.
Yes. I mean, I'm just gonna be gone for like a day.
Yeah.
While you're probably gonna stay. Because apparently you like your family.
I do.
Yeah.
Nothing. To each their own.
Well, I mean, not to say that your family doesn't have its own problems.
Oh, no.
But yeah. Remember, if you new here, you can go check out our YouTube channel, Personal A Space, where you will find the VODs within streams.
Yep.
So you can catch up if you...
The entire game so far.
Yeah. We should be done.
Maybe a
within
couple
the
more
next-
episodes, I think we could
Yeah.
have.
2 or 5 episodes. Depends on how well we do.
Yeah. We are nearing the end, as you can see. It's 9:25, so some of these endings.
9?
Sorry, 19:25. You know what I meant. There's not that much left. It's just about a vertigo and the bandits, because there's a bunch in this one.
If it was 9, mine would.
No, she would be symptomatic, and everyone would be. She would be very contagious. She wouldn't be dead in an hour. That's a bit longer than an hour.
It would be 2 hours from this.
Yeah, but she wouldn't be symptomatic before 8.
Okay.
Because once she's symptomatic, it's too late.
But, yeah. On our YouTube channel, you will also find the VODs for our other streams, our other unscheduled,
Yeah.
where we either play Final Fantasy 14 together with a friend, or I on my own, and wonderful
Or Ramona alone.
Yeah. But you will also be a pre-record series where we are finishing up with the next episode, which should be the last.
Yes.
Next episode being the last
We already started the next game, Ramona.
episode of Virtuous Last Reward, and then we're starting up with Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, which you never played, the new one.
No. Played the original.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's about it. Otherwise, we will see you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.